Big news about Kigiri, everybody. Everyone's most awaited, anticipated hero. We actually have two new pieces of information thanks to the new update coming. One piece of information, very, very good. One piece, potentially quite bad or frustrating or annoying. I'm going to break it all down. You know, when we get a new update patch coming, that means we get new information in the game file. Then people like the Leak Boys, namely in this case Rokanchi, can go in and see exactly what the banners are going to be, peek around and see when they might be coming. Because of this, we have very, very nice information on Kigiri. And also, thanks to the test server, I think I have some pretty definitive, decisive news, information, data that proves Kigiri officially 100% will be the next limited hero. Like I said, there does come with a bit of a negative caveat. So without further ado, let's break it all down and let's get into it.
Fastidious.
Fastidious.
So first things first, if you guys caught Destin's video yesterday, or if you want to wait, I'm gonna have a video on it tomorrow. We now know all the new banners currently in the game file, and we also know what kind of banners they are. That means we know if it's for divine summons, our legendary summoning crystals. We know if it's an invocation of spirits for our rare blue summoning crystals, or we know if it's a limited banner. So what did we learn? Well, the Hex Twyla banner we have discussed, I'll put a picture right there, that is now confirmed to be with divine and rare summoning crystals and not to be a 250 guaranteed. I think this is a huge missed opportunity. It was always enormous speculation from me, but I just thought everything pointed to this would be a great way for them to come rip-roaring back after the new update. But they're sticking with Kigiri because that banner is there and it is confirmed to be him as a limited 250. And because we know Twyla is not going to be, it is 99.99% confirmed he will be the next one, right? He's the only one currently in the file. Now that Twyla is out of the running, it is going to be Kigiri. I have more evidence. Let's head to the test server. So folks, here we are on the Fastidious test server. And if I go to my mail, they sent me something pretty weird, pretty interesting. They always send us stuff on the test server, like if there's things they want us to test, specific gear, specific artifacts, so on and so on. They'll drop new heroes on our roster, things like that. It is not real life. It is just for content creators to test stuff. And it is only for content creators. Every time I show the test server, at least one person in the comments is like, how do I get on that? I guess be a content creator and get a nice handful of subscribers. It is easier to get on than it used to be. Anyway, what did they send me? They sent me all these exclusive artifacts for 4 different heroes. 10 copies of Lust's exclusive artifact, 10 for Dahlia, 10 for Honora, and 10 for Kigiri. You see the theme here, right? They're sending me, and I'm assuming all the other content creators on test server, they're sending us copies to highlight of exclusive artifacts for limited banner heroes. Lust was a limited hero 250. Dahlia was a limited hero 250. Honora, same story. And then Kigiri. I think this is like the final confirmation, at least for me, that I needed. And maybe you guys feel the same. That's like, all right, it's gonna be Kigiri, full stop. Looks pretty cool, by the way. While we're in here, it's going to increase damage, inflicts 1 mark to targets hit by Sweeping Strike or Ember Strike. Those are the key ways he deals a lot of damage and does special things in his kit. For 15 seconds, extra marks is good. Increases his damage dealt to enemies with the mark by 20%. So in boss battles, Guild Boss 2, the thing everyone wants Kigiri for, it'll be permanent, that additional 20%. Fantastic stuff. Clearly, I think they are sending us 10 copies of the exclusive artifact for each of the 4 most recent limited heroes, and we know those went Lust, then Dahlia, then Honora, and it's gonna be Kigiri. Kigiri is next. Boom, confetti, huzzah, yay, amazing stuff, right? We are gonna get Kigiri as our next limited. We knew he was gonna be limited, it was always confirmed he was limited, but now I think it's just full confirmation, 100%, he is next. So what's the problem? Well, we have no idea when he's coming. No idea. Truly no idea. And this is where I'm going to pick up my microphone and we're going to have a chat, right? Because what does it all mean? Destin in his video, and I'm going to go over it tomorrow, has these predicted dates for the banners, and we do know all the banners that are going to be coming at least along with this update or were added along with this update. And nothing from the way it's sequenced in the file that Rokanchi specifically, he's the one who went through it and made the date predictions, and he's been very accurate in the past. Nothing points to the fact that Kigiri is in that rotation, this upcoming rotation of banners. So it seems like they're just not going to do a limited. I am somewhat resistant to 100% believing that, but on the other hand, we really have nothing to point to that they are not correct, right? My pushback would be big holidays, with the one exception of Thanksgiving. We've always had these exclusive events, right? We've always had these 250 exclusive limited heroes all the time. We had Gwendolyn for Christmas. We had last Halloween, we had Falsia. We had Lust for Valentine's Day. And then for the anniversary, we doubled up. And it's always in conjunction with other crazy event stuff happening at the same time. There's no doubt in my mind they'll be doing a big event around Halloween. It just seems they're not going to pair it with limited banner from what we can see now. I would like to push back, though, and give us a little bit of hope. We do know from Rokanchi, Panther, T, Aresis, all the Leak Boys, everything, shout out to Alaral too. We do know that there is a 2x by 15x coming with 3 heroes on it. That is always paired. I shouldn't say always. That is nearly always paired with a limited hero banner. They're always doing the 2x by 15x with 3 featured heroes in those situations. Like, pretty full stop, that's what they're doing. There was an early on exception where they did like Ezrin and Hotsit and Setram. But that wasn't 2x by 15x. That was normal 15x. That was with 3 heroes. And then there was a banner that they did Silas and Orum. I want to say Kriya, that awful banner. I know it was Silas and Orum and one other terrible hero. I think it was Kriya, but that also wasn't 2x by 15x. If there's a time they did 3 heroes with 2x by 15x, certainly they haven't done it recently. If they've ever done it at all, let me know in the comments. But the fact that we know that's coming, and actually Rokanchi predicts it's coming very soon, I'll put that date up right here, and I'll go over all the dates again in tomorrow's video. But I would think they would want to match it, unless of course they were always planning that banner and everything was thrown off because of the many update delays, and now they're saying let's just run it as a one-off, not in conjunction with a 250 guaranteed banner. I don't know, because they've already made a change to the banner, right? It was supposed to be Bubba in the middle. We'll have a video about this on Saturday. I am disappointed. Now they put Zaris there. Zaris is good, but he's not Bubba. He's not Beelzebub. He is not on that level. But they've made a change, so clearly they're willing to adjust on the fly. Does that mean they're willing to adjust on the fly in the respect that, yeah, let's just run the 2x by 15x with 3 heroes, not with a 250 guaranteed? Or does it mean maybe they're going to adjust and say, all right, sorry, it's not in the file, but there you go, we're going to run it now? If I was them, I absolutely would run a 250 guaranteed. This might be a little bit of a hopium, copium, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to definitely lean to the fact that it is going to be delayed and not coming soon. Can't even really say delayed because they never even said a date, but delayed from our expectation that we're not getting it until the next update, so that it is bad news. But if you want to be like me and just cling for dear life onto a tiny, minuscule shred of hope that maybe he's still going to come by the end of the month, you're welcome to do so. It's going to be unlikely, but who knows? I want to wrap up just finally talking about the Hex Twyla thing. Rokanchi predicts that will happen in exactly 3 weeks. 3 weeks from today, October the 31st, Halloween. The banner artwork, I'll put it up one final time. It's Hex, Twyla, a bunch of pumpkins. If it's not on the exact day of Halloween, which is what Rokanchi predicts, and I do think he's going to be correct on this, why wouldn't he be correct? He's almost always correct. But if it isn't exactly Halloween day, I mean, it's going to be a day before, or 2 days before. I mean, it's going to be for Halloween. It's the most Halloween-y thing you could imagine, right? I sincerely think this is a missed opportunity by them to not run a 250 guaranteed for Twyla just because of the hype. The direct parallel of doing Hex and Twyla to Arrogance and Lust for Valentine's Day and the rerun they just did, it would be huge for the game, huge for hype. They could do tons of promotions, tons of commercials. People would spend a lot of money. Still, though, that is going to be the banner I think most people are going to want to key in on, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I cannot wait for Twyla to show up here. If you look here in my gallery, it's still showing 211 out of 213. That is because Twyla and Beatrix have not been added yet. I'll have content on them as soon as they get added to be playable on the test server. The final thing, let us look to the bright side and let us look for that silver lining around the cloud that is the fact that, yes, Kigiri is 100% confirmed, but no, he is not coming soon, or at least very unlikely he will not come soon. The bright side is you've got more time to save. Every single free-to-play player, basically, if you've been saving at all in this time, can guarantee now you will have 250 by the time Kigiri comes, if he does come in mid to late November, as is predicted, probably in conjunction with Thanksgiving. So you really have no excuse. And if already you have been saving, just make sure that stockpile of diamonds plus summons is never dropping below 250 before a weekend, just in case he comes when we don't expect it. Just be prepared, be ready. He is absolutely, I can't believe I haven't shown him yet. He absolutely is the kind of hero everyone will want. Totally unique, totally fun, crazy pairing here as a Watcher Nightmare fighter. He's going to be a boss killer slayer, and he's going to be free if you are prepared. Save. Buckle up. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but also I'm happy to be the bearer of some good news that 100% confirmed. Kigiri is next. Buckle up, everybody. If you like my stuff, subscribe to the channel. Give the video a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you conflicted? I'll respond to any of it. I'm intrigued by it. Share it with your mother. I've been Fastidious, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.
Fastidious.